if everybody can embrace the idea that we've got to do things a little differently, and that has been a struggle within healthcare, frankly, that there culturally it's a struggle to shift and say, well, how can we find talent that haven't grown up through the trades? And that still hasn't been fully embraced. Even if you do embrace the idea that, for example, hiring students from college to move into a facility management role, even if you embrace that idea, which, by the way, that's one of the reasons that the general facility management field outside of healthcare has really addressed this attrition challenge. A decade ago, everybody in FM was dealing with this. Generally speaking, in the FM world, this is no longer such a big problem because they have embraced the idea of hiring college students. Facility management programs have grown exponentially throughout the country. Students are being hired, almost at 100% placement. So there's huge demand for FM students, but in healthcare, that's just simply not happening. And I have a number of every 100, facility management jobs open in healthcare, only 3 of them are hired by, are students hired for those roles. So they're just simply not leveraging that growing resource that's been shown to be effective outside of healthcare FM. One of the main challenges, like I said, even if you embrace that idea, is that healthcare simply is not paying even remotely close to what students can get in other industries. So it's a huge roadblock. And that's why, and frankly, on top of that, they're not paying as much as other industries, and the job is more difficult. I've been a healthcare facility manager myself. The compliance issues, the life safety issues, the 24/7 operations, it's a challenging role. So there's a couple of really, really key, roadblocks, and we can I think it's valid to talk about, the application process is challenging and those sort of things, which is true. But we really need to focus on what are the core roadblocks that are preventing the industry from addressing this attrition challenge. And it really comes back to the shifting or the openness to looking at other ways of recruiting people outside of just the trades. And secondly, open to the idea that the healthcare industry needs to start paying more competitively. So those for me are the 2 key issues.
So Steve, just a clarifying question on my end, and I agree, like the pay thing, we can get to too. I don't know if we would in this episode, because that's a huge, that's a huge element all to itself. But you are saying though that other industries outside of healthcare do a better job embracing and hiring in those younger folks into their environment at an earlier point in the process. Is that fair?
Okay. Absolutely. So,